Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an Object 260. It's a Tier 10 Soviet heavy tank. It's located on the north spawn of Sand River Encounter and it's under the command of Jamie2006. Okay, this is one of the reward tanks you get for the long-awaited backup campaign, the 4th set of personal missions. It's quite a hefty tank. It's was actually abandoned in favour of the IS-7, but you are getting quite something that's quite tough. There's 350mm of armour on the front of the turret. Now it's got a 122mm gun, capable of 440 alpha. First shot gets a hit in the E75, who stopped to take a shot back, but hits the dirt instead. Okay, Malshan should punch through the side of that thing. Yep, gets a high roll for 445. Now the reload time standard is 10.55 seconds, and you can see here that, well, Jamie's got it down to 8.47, so he's managed to get 2 seconds off. Puts a round into the batch at 25 TAP. It's a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it. Oh, Arty just stunned him, but he got rid of that fairly quickly. Puts a round into the VK4502. Now, I'm not sure if there's any more down there that he's going to get shots on, but there's a hell of a lot of enemy tanks just the other side of the ridgeline. But unfortunately, there's only 6 degrees of gun depression, so yeah, he's not a ridgeline warrior. And that's another reason not to try that. That was a batch at 155.55, the tier 9 French SPG, saying keep off the grass. Yeah, it's not a fast mover when it's going up a slope like this, but it's got capability of going 60 kilometers an hour, which is actually faster than some mediums, you might say. It just needs to build up the speed. Okay, enemy tanks, yep. Didn't get that one into the Viz 55. Our teammates are going to get in the way. Oh, and that batch out won't leave us alone. And he just took another 122 hit points off us. So I don't think it's a good idea for him to stay here, because at the moment that E75 and him are making a pretty big target for the Batchat to fire again. In fact, it's a bit difficult for him to get over the ridge line, so he's going to have a go with that object. Yep, nice one, 430, which is a low roll. Get a shot, no. Watch out for who's on the other side of that ridge line. There's an M4Y there. Remember that big meaty turret. It is very, very meaty, the front of that turret. Other tanks have been trying to get through it. Might just be able to do that, but is it worth it? Arty, oh, just fired, missed us. Didn't hit, well, I don't think he was aiming at us actually. I'm sure that Object 704 can see us. Well, he did get a hit. Low roll, 427. The 704 is now looking in our direction because I don't think he liked that. And we're loading a heat round. No, it didn't work. I think he needs to watch out. That batch at 155.55 might fire in this direction again. That one worked. That's another low roll for 438. Okay. Trying to exploit what he can at the moment, trying to finish off that 704, and then he might be able to get round behind the enemy tanks who are just on the other side of the ridgeline. Well, he's decided to throw all caution to the wind, and he's going to make a run for the enemy cap area. Oh, Gorilla 15. And yeah, keep going, keep going. Oh no, he's decided to stay here. Oh, nice shot. Finished off the 704, but he did take a round from the Leopard. And I'm sure the enemy must realise now he's actually got behind them. So if he's going to make for the riverbed. Oh, he's managed to bounce another round this time from the Leopard prototype. But the Viz 55 knows he's here. And oh, he didn't get the pen, but he got tracked. So he's burned his repair kit. Takes another round from the Leopard. He's still in reload. He'll have to wait for the Viz 55 to come visible again before he can get some other shots. Okay, go for it. Yes! got him. Unfortunately, the Batchat doesn't like him being here. Just try to hit him again. Only 41 this time. That was a near miss. Okay, there's another enemy tank coming down to intercept him. It's a T95 FE4001. He was looking the wrong way. In fact, I don't think he's after Jamie. I think he's turned around. He's going the other way. And he gets a pen through the side. And that was a high roll for 577. No, 517. Sorry. Okay, can he get another shot in? It's amazing. He's shooting behind this balcony. Or through the balcony. Okay, got a hit onto the Yo tank. Can't get another shot for the moment. If he comes over here, though, he might be able to. They've lost their FE4201. He doesn't appear to be popping up. Gotta wonder what's happened to that Gorilla and the Leopard prototype, because they were the ones who were causing him damage earlier. He's decided to push on. Oh, found the enemy Arty. Okay, he's going to take one shot. And he gets a hit, but it's a high roll for 482. Doesn't finish off the GW. He hasn't got any HE, so he has to use standard APCR. And that's it. He's gone. 3 kills now for Jamie. Now, where is that Leopard prototype or the Gorilla? The Gorilla's still in the game. The Leopard prototype's still in the game. Oh, there's the Leopard prototype. Now, easily pens that guy because he's got very weak armor indeed, but he was spotted. And the Leopard prototype gets into cover fairly quickly. Somebody's capping on the enemy team. Now, where's the Gorilla? It was last seen to our left. There's the Batchat. Go for Pascucci's. Oh, how did that not go straight? Go for it again. Yes, got him this time. It's supposed to have good gun handling, this thing, and good penetration. Okay, we just got to worry about the Gorilla to the south of us. There he is. He's offering himself to us almost. Get your gun down. Yep, that's average roll. It's 6 degrees gun depression, which is okay for a Soviet. Come on, give us a gun shield. Yes! High roll again, 494. Is he going to show us the rest? Not yet. He's taking a bit of a risk moving on up here, but our teammate in the E75 is moving, so we might as well move as well at the same time, and then we'll gangbang him. Well, not gangbang him, but you know what I mean. Oh, both together. Oh, we lost our teammate, but there we go. And he's out. Oh, no, he's not. We got a hit, but we didn't kill him. He won't reload before we do, though. And ramp kill. Yep, nice. I didn't expect our teammate in the E75 to get wiped out. The enemy's capping. They've only got one in the cap though. It is an encounter, so it takes twice as long. Okay, we've got the Leopard. Yes! That's all he had left. 400 hit points. We were spotted though. Somebody saw us, and there's an E75 still on the enemy team. He's the one in the cap. This is for the game. There he is. Now we're loaded with heat, so we don't want to fire through these buildings because the round will go off as it hits the building, and the E75 gets wiped out by our Leopard prototype, and that wins the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first ace tanker for Jamie2006 in the Object 260. Very well played. He managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a spotter for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one, he managed to get 9. He got a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, and he got a hunter badge for killing 100 vehicles of the feline family. That's the panthers, tigers, and etc. And also on top of that, he got a Pascucci's medal for killing 2 enemy SPGs, GW Tiger and the Batchat 155-55. High caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. A Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He also got a Confederate for hitting more enemies than anyone else on his team, and a Steel War for blocking the most damage in the game. And look at that win rate, 14,733. That's a really good win rate score for your first ace tanker in a pretty OP tank. Let's have a look at team score. Well, there you go, 8,017 hit points of damage. The next highest player was, in fact, the Gorilla 15 on his own team, who only have 4,274, which was nearly, slightly better than half the damage that he did. And, of course, he picked up a tank sniper in that game. The third highest damage in the game went to the Leopard 1 on the enemy team with 4,217. When it came to kills, he monstered it. He got 6 kills. Next highest person only got half of that, and that was the Leopard 1 with 3. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got that one as well. Top in all 3 columns. 1,494 went to Jamie2006. 793 went to the Leopard prototype, and 751 went to the UDIS 16. He fired 26 rounds in that game, got 22 direct hits and 20 penetrations. Damage of 8,017 hit points, of which 3,631 were at more than 300 meters. 11 hits received, only 2 of which actually penetrated. I think the Leopard prototype got one in. The Viz 55, I think, got another. I'm not sure. 8 non-penetrations and 4 hits by way of splash. Yes, that Batchat 155-55 got a few shots in, but he did get taken out in the end. And 2,760 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 12 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, 1,751 hit points of spotting assist. He earned 108,080 credits from the game, but after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, yes, he did fire premium rounds. He actually ended up with a loss of 19,898 credits. He got 25 bonds because it was tier 10. Got 7 bonds for vehicle special ability, 32 in total, 2,241 base XP, 112 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 2,363 experience points altogether. Let's have a look at the armor profile for this tank. Okay, well, it's fairly heavily armored from the front. If you just look at it, that lower plate is 115 millimeters, 15 centimeters thick. In actuality, it comes out at 261 because of the angling. You can see the upper plate is a pike nose. So that's in itself is actually quite effective of bouncing shells that are coming directly towards it away. It's coming out with impacted armor 15 centimeters, but with the angling it's 320. If you hit it from this angle, it drops to 234, but you're still going to have a pretty effective gun to get through that armor. We can see the turret at the front is very, very strong indeed. 350 millimeters, I mentioned that during the game, but effective armor can be even higher still, so it's not really worth aiming for the actual turret itself. Better aiming for the cupola, which is only 90 millimeters of impacted armor, effective armor 219. You should be able to pen the cupola if you've got a tier 10 tank. If you can get the sides of the turret, yeah, it's probably easier to pen the sides. 210 millimeters impacted armor, 253 with the angling. You can, well, I think you can see here with the way that the hull is arranged, you've got kind of spaced armor here, which means, and it's angled, which means that shells coming in are more likely going to bounce down and not go through. So the only place really you can get through this is either directly underneath the just above the tracks where it's flat here, and you should be able to get through that because it's only 100 millimeters with effective armor of 126, or to get it on the shoulders here, which is very difficult. 150 millimeters actual armor, impacted armor, but its effective armor depends on the angling that you're looking at it. You might be able to get around through there, but it's 47 degrees angle, as you can see here. It might bounce off, but you've got a better chance of penetrating directly over the tracks or over the angled part of the hull. I wouldn't try to, well, you can probably get behind this vehicle because it's fairly low on the armour here. 70mm on the back, effective 102. Back of the turret, 100mm, effective 120. So it's not very easy to penetrate one of these from the front. If you're trying to go through the drive wheel, remembering that the sides of the vehicle are only effectively 100mm, you've got to get through the angling as well, 243. So you're going to have trouble with a heat round or with well, with any of the rounds really, trying to get through that front tracks. But you're much better off doing that than aiming for this upper plate, unless of course you've got enough penetration. Let's have a look at the modules. Okay, driver up front, center. We've got the fuel tank to the left of him. At the back, we've got an ammo rack. Well, as I said, you know, I mentioned that bit above the where it's angled, just below the turret area. You could possibly punch around through there, and if you do, you'll get one of the ammo racks. There's two ammo racks, one either side there. There's a ammo rack in the bustle as well. The positions are actually reversed to what they are normally. We've got the gunner on the left-hand side of the vehicle this time around with the TC behind him and the loader on the right-hand side. You know, a lot of Soviet tanks, you've got the gunner over on this side, the tank commander on either behind him or on this side. And the ammo rack, as I say, in that back in the bustle, that's the ready rack for shells going into the breach. So, engine at the rear between two fuel tanks. Again, that's, as I said, that's standard configuration, and with the transmission right at the rear of the vehicle. So if you want to get a big bang, aim for the turret at the back. You should be able to get it from that. Otherwise, you need to aim for that shoulder piece just underneath the turret and at the sides of the vehicle. Don't aim for where just below that, because it'll probably bounce the round down into the ground and you'll miss. Other than that, try and take the driver out with a round through the viewports. So congratulations to Jamie2006 getting his first ace tanker in the Object 260. Quite a game, and he certainly performed incredibly well. Yeah, very impressive game indeed. And it was almost like he was going out on his own to try and take the enemy single-handed. But at last he got the help of that E75. I think the enemy, once they realised somebody was actually behind them, that's when they knew they were in trouble. And that's when the Viz 55 started coming back saying, oh, I've got to help out here. And they started losing tank after tank. And it just effectively gave the game. So Jamie was the one who had the initiative, and it worked for him. Yeah, the Object 260, you have to work pretty hard to get one. You've got to get that 4th campaign to get it, but it's worth it in the long run. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.